So this is a collaboration between IPFL and CNR Modena for developing AiiDA tools for the Yambo code, which is Max flagship code for many body perturbation theory calculation of solids. And during this week, we developed plugins and workflows.
Yeah, so now in an automatic way, it's possible to starting from an initial crystal structure, a certain material, to at the end calculate the GW quasi-particle correction of this material. So now it's possible to handle in automatic way also restarts and possible failures of the Yambo code.
And convergent tests.
The coding week gave us the chance to work on the interoperability between the two different backends in AiiDA, one based on SQL Alchemy and one on Django.
So mainly we worked on writing migration scripts to convert the Django database into SQL Alchemy database.
So during this coding week, we also used the occasion to finalize the work of separating some of the plugins from the main AiiDA core code, and in particular also to improve the documentation and make sure the codes are independent from the core.
In particular, we worked on Quantum Espresso and WChem, ASE and CodeTools plugins, for which now there are separate documentation and tests.
So we have implemented a new method this coding week to calculate the transitive closure on the fly, which results in AiiDA being a lot more scalable.
We have also introduced new link types and wrote all the migrations for export files and for the database.
And we tested extensively all those functionalities, and in particular the command line one.
One of the main objectives of the Materials Cloud platform is to allow scientists to share the full provenance of their calculations. And now that the release of Materials Cloud is around the corner, it becomes important to move beyond the current file-based way of sharing AiiDA databases and design the details of how sharing of AiiDA databases is going to work in the future.
And since in this coding week, there are many of the AiiDA Power users who took the opportunity to have an in-depth discussion with them on the sharing scenarios, on the requirements, and what's the most important for them to move on and have a nice protocol.
So we've used the coding week in order to make improvements to the workflow engine to make it more user-friendly and robust.
Furthermore, we removed some dependencies to make the transition to Python 3 possible, and I'm currently in the process of writing a new daemon, which is linear and makes AiiDA scale better.
We've also added a Sphinx extension, which makes auto-documentation of the workflows possible.
All these efforts have a clear impact on the end plugin developers, making it easier to develop workflows for Max flagship codes.
Coding week I created tools for plugin testing, stabilized the Verdi command line, and began modernizing it under the hood, and also enable command line plugins.
Which we've tested, already applied, and then we thought about future ways to improve it.